Hey guys, King Sway here. Welcome to Sway Games. You know, my usual opening. Uh, Today we're going to attack. Well, if you ain't figured it out just from where I'm going, yeah. Today we're attacking Sen's Fortress. You guys saw me as I defeated the gargoyles and then got my butt whooped real quick by Quelaag because I got stuck in her friggin' spider leg and that burst attack the spider uses. Yeah, that killed me. That was one of the first deaths we got. We got 4 so far. So no death run. No death runs for me. Not today. Maybe I can try that on Dark Souls 3 when I finally get to that. Actually surprised. I was watching Pushing Up Roses, and she said that she had done AOL chat room text-based roleplay. I know that's a mouthful, but back in my day we just called it RPing. And that surprised me because I had actually never heard, well, very few people actually knew what it was, and if you did it, you were kind of a dork. It was right up there with playing D&D or whatever. And I was always in the minority in my my social group as far as that went. Like, my friends didn't really know what that was, so I kind of like, whatever, I just won't talk about it. But the fact that Pushing Up Roses said that's one of the things she did, and she's around the same age as I am, I found that pretty cool, because it was somebody that actually did it around the time that I did it, possibly. But we had all kinds of crazy stuff on there. I mean, if we had if there was possibly a thing for it, somebody was role playing it. Some of the bigger ones were Final Fantasy VII. That survived for a long time, actually, before people just the concept of it and role playing it survived for a while before people just got tired of it. I don't know if they got tired of it, but AOL isn't really a thing anymore. So, you know, people were leaving, and now everything is forums and whatnot. I tried on a Star Wars forum, and they're too close-minded for my personal tastes. I had a character I called Ghost because he used the Force with technology, and he had power armor that he used with different devices and whatnot. And people didn't like it because I would actually use slugs, bullets. They call them slugs in Star Wars. But I would use slugs, and I would send them off kinetically, telekinetically. I think the term is called ballistic kinetics. Shout outs to Greg for actually teaching me that term, because before that I actually never heard of it. I use that to snipe people. You know, you have a backstory that your character just keeps doing this and trains himself to see how far he can get a shot, and his helmet has a telescoping lens and whatnot. So with that, you got the telescoping lens, you got your bullet, you're making it hover, and then you shoot it off, and you know, there's a shot. And it's not like you can't move real fast. They didn't like that. That, or the fact that I use solid blades, and a lot of people use lightsabers. But even then, using the Force to, it's called Force weapon now, but I did it back in the day, and I just used telekinesis, telekinetically wrapped blades to fight somebody using actual oh hey, onion knife. But to fight actual people that use lightsabers. But they didn't like it because what I did, they complained. I had this logic that if you could push a button to turn a lightsaber off or turn it on, I could use my telekinesis to focus on your hands and the lightsaber and have everything crush in to turn it off. So that turned your lightsaber off, and in doing that, I go for a kill strike, chop your head off. A lot of people try to argue, oh, you can't turn it off like that, it has to be a button. Well, if you press the button physically, I can press the button using my telekinesis, I'm still pressing the button. But Star Wars was a big thing. Naruto was a giant thing when it came here and it got on Cartoon Network. Teen Titans, not Teen Titans Go. I friggin' hate Teen Titans Go. When it was actual Teen Titans, and it had a good story to it. And one of their main objectives was trying to fight Slade, and Robin had an obsession with Slade and trying to stop him. And I'm about to get hit by crushed by a boulder. It really sucks. Twice. Screw it. Bet you won't happen again. Bet you won't happen again. But I had a lot of fun. It's actually where I met a lot of friends that I still talk to this day. And I was doing that at a long time. It was fun in my personal opinion. We had guys, and it was all text-based, so you had to read everything, and then if you got into fights, like, we had different formats for fighting. People used dice, and it was like no different than a game of Dungeons and Dragons, which I didn't like, because if we're using text-based and we're using our mind, I wanted my mind to be my weapon. I didn't want to leave it up to luck like we do in Dungeons. I can accept that in Dungeons and Dragons, that's part of the rules. But they had different fighting styles, like turn-based logic, turn-based realism, turn-based outpost. Outpost was basically when you could keep on subject, but your vocabulary is so good that you can continue and have a larger post that was still on subject with that of your opponent, and that's the way you could destroy them. Horrible description, but for the most part, that's how I can describe it. Realism was you basically conforming to the rules of reality, gravity and physics and everything like that, and you fight like it's two people actually fighting. But a lot of people didn't understand what realism was. I say that because people were just pulling stuff out of their butts, almost literally. The acrobatics, this dude tried to fight pick a fight with one of my characters. My character was a 6 foot tall dude that was like 200 plus, and he basically played Sojiro the Tenkin. And if we're using the laws, the rules and laws of reality, screw you, hippie. No little kid like that is ever beating a grown man to that size. I don't care. 3 ninjas, be damned. You heard it here. I said 3 ninjas, be damned. 3 ninjas, I blame that movie. That is the movie that made me think as a little kid I might be able to take a grown adult. For whatever reason, I fed into that fantasy. You know, I tried to spar my dad, and then Sally got yanked upside down, and he was holding me upside down by my leg. And I'm still trying to punch at him like, I can do it! I can do it! The TV told me I could do it! You know. But, as Thanos said, reality is often disappointing. I was excited to have somebody that grooved on my pastime. It was cool, to say at the very least. It was cool to know that someone else that doesn't know me, that wasn't in my social circle, did something I did. And it was a smaller thing. I don't want to like it was kind of like Dungeons and Dragons. I lived, well, at the time I lived in an urban area, you know, the hood, whatever you want to call it. I just, okay. You didn't get too many people playing Dungeons and Dragons. They didn't want to know what it was. Yeah. So it was kind of, and when you found somebody that did want to play that didn't know what Dungeons and Dragons were and wanted to play it, it was a big thing to me. So that was for me, that was no different. Knowing that Pushing Up Roses had actually done an activity that I had done, and we both enjoyed it. Blank, blank, blank. So that was cool. And I'm trying to get past these guillotines, because screw guillotines. And screw this guy, because reasons. I don't like you. Just go straight up there because I don't feel like screwing with that other guy. I love how easy it is to beat these 4-armed guys in combat now. Because if we were playing if I was playing Dungeons and Dragons, again, I bring that up, I know, that dude would be hella hard to beat. He's got 4 attacks, so you're 1 to 2. If you're low level, if you're higher level, he's gonna have more. You're gonna have more. But if you have more, I'm pretty sure your DM's gonna make sure that your dude has more. Your opponents. Screw that. That's number 5. That's number friggin' 5. Now I gotta go all the way back. Friggin' screw this. I'm still play though. But yeah. Speaking of Dungeons and Dragons, Slayer Gaming. I know I bring him up a lot. It's only because I love to tease and troll this guy. I love it. He DMs for me sometimes. He made, with my approval, he made a tweak to my character, and it's part of my backstory, because he thought the idea would have been cool. It turned into his literal friggin' nightmare. I play as a Reloka. It's from 4th edition. It's like a living vampire, for those of you that don't know, but actually care. You're alive. You can go into sunlight. It takes a while, but you got all the vampire powers. You except turning into mist. Mist is the only thing you can't do. You can turn into a wolf. You can turn into. It doesn't need to be a bat. It can be a falcon, hawk, whatever. But it can be a bat if you want it to. You can ingest blood and heal, and you live up to 500 years. He added that since my character was vampiric in nature, that the reason for my vampirism, my vampiric-like abilities, was because they attached a dark spirit, a demon, to my character. He's hating everything about that now, because I am using that against him. He hates it. Demons have powers. I asked him what demon. He said a Balrog or a Baelor. I said, I keep saying Balrog like it's Lord of the Rings, but he said a Baelor. I'm like, are you serious? Baelors can become patrons. Can become patrons for warlocks. Man, that was the first thing I did. My character is a monk, so if you have someone attached to him spiritually, what he can do is meditate and go into his own little inner spirit world like Ichigo. And I beat the demon and took power from him. I took his abilities. Since we're merged, I now have an understanding of his abilities. Because I have that understanding of his abilities, you freaking glitch. No, stop. Just give me the dude. Just let me kill him. How hard is this? How hard is this? I don't understand. Just give me the guy to kill. Just give me the guy to kill. But since I now have all the powers of a Balrog, well, not all of them. You won't give me all of them. It's a underdeveloped Balrog. I have become a patron. My stats and everything, while they haven't changed, my character was half dark elf, or not half dark elf, half elf, half sun elf, and half human. I got the Verloka part afterwards from the ritual, because it's supposed to be done with humans and blah 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 and all that stuff. Since I'm half human, you can still, as far as we're concerned, it can still be done with me. I started striking deals with people. The distraught, downtrodden, you know, all that basic stuff that you see the demons do in television and media and stuff. I started doing that. And then he really messed up. He told me that if I am within the proximity of a freshly released soul, I mean a soul that actually just left its body, I can ingest it. I can suck it in and feed on it and use that to increase my power. Luckily for him, my character, I play it more of a story thing, because if I murder Hobo, yeah, I just eat entire towns. He also doesn't like monks now, because I use the monk pretty much like Avatar Last Airbender. I start looking everything, and actually this is my first time really playing a monk. This is my first time doing a warlock thing. First, yeah, so I was all new to this, but I kept studying, because I usually play like a warrior or an eldritch knight or a cleric, somebody that can tank damage and still heal out, help out, and heal if need be, if I have those abilities. Spell Initiate is a good thing. It lets you actually get, for those of you that care, because I'm talking, I don't want to say truly nerdy, but some gamers don't play Dungeons and Dragons and don't care to. I get that. But Spell Initiate allows you to grab a couple of cantrips from a class that's not your own. You grab a couple from a cleric. Hey. Or better yet, be a cleric and use Spell Initiate and use that for a warlock. So you're a cleric that can use Eldritch Blast. Get my souls back, friggin' Chug-a-Lug Burger. I mean, it didn't take long to get back to where I was, but still, just the fact that I had to trek all the way back here because of a misstep, it friggin' sucks. getting the timing of the blades. Yeah, see? I'm so excited! Getting the timing of the blades. Don't step on that thing. That tile that activates the wussy thing. I said wussy thing. The gun. The wall. The trap. Words are escaping me. Words are escaping me. Five deaths. I'm still not happy. Well, I don't think anybody's gonna be happy about their deaths, but yeah. I feel like they were all due to stupid stuff, except the Hydra. I should have just blocked or tried to dodge better or something like that. That's the only one I feel like. Well, that in the I want to call it the Onyx Demon, Titanite Demon. I just wasn't. I didn't know you could do that specific move. In all my time of playing Dark Souls, I was gonna say Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, my fault. I've never actually had someone or had a Titanite Demon do that before. So that was a new move to me. Drink my sippy cup. Yeah, because sippies are good. They give you health. Make my way up here because screw this giant. You know, I actually tried. Speaking of Dungeons and Dragons, I actually tried. I created Sen's Fortress 4 campaign. Nobody made it out alive. Not one soul. If it wasn't the combat that killed them, it was the traps. All those dexterity saves and wisdom saves to try and notice traps and try and get around certain traps, like the guillotines, or even the giant, that bomb throwing giant. I didn't even set the requirements up that high. You just had to get a 12 or better. And then I lowered it to a 10 or better. The dice just weren't with my players that day. This one's going to run a little long, well, longer, because yeah, while I do want to just keep going 20 to 30 minute videos, like I said, we're attacking Sen's Fortress, and I don't want to leave this off on like some cliffhanger and be like part 1, part 2, when I can just get it all in one video. Just I'm pretty sure, like I do that all the time. I'm pretty sure it's never a mimic, but you never know. So comment below, let me know what your favorite weapon is in the Dark Souls series. 1, 2, or 3. Even if I haven't played 2, which I've said numerous times, I have not, nor do I plan on playing 2. Comment what your favorite weapon is. We all know what mine is. You've seen me rock it from the beginning of the of this video series. I love the damage type. I love the advantage it can give to you. I love everything about it. It took me a while to know that this was a spot. That's why we tell you, search everything. Fix all my gear. I'm excited about the different play styles, different equipment sets, and using that to fight people, whether it be in an arena or if I'm just invading people. Okay, don't laugh at me. I'm not the greatest at this. What the frick? Yeah. That sucked. I like to roll off because it makes me feel like I'm doing a front flip. I know it could seem strange, but hey, you can't really do a front flip here. Technically, you do the jump. I mean, you roll forward, but not a full somersault, like just jumping and forward springing. Some acrobatics, not to the degree that I would like. Screw you, you freaking hippie! Shooting fire bombs at me. Oh look, a boulder knight. Let us say hello with our blade. Friggin' corridor. Say, whoa, wow, screw me. Dude, nah, nah. It's been a while since I've been backstabbed by a player, let alone the friggin' the game. I got no words for that. I'm not. I can't say I'm mad because the game's just doing what the game does, but the fact that the way it, like, I didn't even give it that much of a window, but I guess I gave it enough that it was like, yeah, friggin' hippie. What? You dare shoot it at me? You dare shoot it at me, sir? Do you know what that shall cost you? Your life, homie. Your life. That costs your life. I still have not mastered that move, that little flip move, because if I did master it, I use that to make people mad. You kill them with a flip move, a flamboyant move like that, it's like peeing in their Cheerios. I think that'd be fun. No, I don't even think that'd be funny. That'd be friggin' hilarious. And then you go, hiya! As you do the flip move, and it's like, killed you. Screw you. Yes, I say screw you hippie a lot. Even in real, obviously, I mean, I'm saying it in that, I say that in real life. Get poked in the butt cheeks, homie. You will go down for this. You just died. Titanite chunk, I take it with pride. Now, what is there left for me, man? What is there left for me? The Iron Knight. or golem or whatever. I don't remember whose soul it is attached to that armor, but I remember it was somebody. It's a giant soul attached to the armor, if I remember correctly. To always keep watch. Yeah. Try my fireball, homie. Can't hit me. I'm the big old G. And you just standing in my fireball with the thing. Can't think of the word. My lava. Oh, screw you. What the f... Really? Word? Word? Number 6. Number friggin' 6. I feel like I get cheated. That's what I feel like. I feel like I get cheated. That's all it takes is a slip, and all of a sudden, boom, you're dead. Just a quarter turn in the wrong direction, and you're dead. I know every what's what I'm looking for. Every arena, every boss area is actually fit to like serve the boss better. Screw this dude. It's like it's falling on some pebbles right before you beat the final boss. You got him down, he's begging for his life, and all of a sudden, as you're going to him, you stub your toe and fall down the end of a cliff. Maybe not to that effect, but that's kind of what I felt right now. Always watch that giant, because if you kill him, you can't save Big Hat Logan. And I kind of want to say screw Big Hat Logan, but actually some of his spells are good, if I remember correctly, especially in 3. But in 3, I mostly use pyromancies, just like I do here. I'm not gonna lie. I think I've said that when saying how I infuriate Slayer Gaming, because Slayer Gaming hates pyromancers. But he threw a fireball at me. He hates pyromancers, but he threw a fireball at me. Iron Tarkus. I don't ever feel like I need the phantoms, but a dude with a target on his back, particularly drawing the aggro, is never a bad thing. And in the lore, the Iron Tarkus is one of the only guys that have ever beaten the Iron Golem. Even though I keep asking, how did Sigmund, whatever, Onion Knight, how did Onion Knight make it to An Orlando? He makes it everywhere you go. How did he get past all the trials and tribulations? Yeah, we're gonna start with this again. Really? Seven. You can't see me right now, but I'm angry. I just died twice to the same boss, and that's this whole playthrough. I've never done them. In this playthrough, you've seen me beat multiple bosses without a problem. And this one dude is getting the better of me right now because of his friggin' wind axe move. I am not happy. Nah, I'm just saying, F it. I'm gonna just cut him down in his knees. Now that I think about it, Iron Golem kind of reminds me of the Golem thing you fight in Demon Souls, where you gotta hack at the back of his legs till he falls down, and then you can beat on his head. Recover my souls. Like I said, I'm just gonna hack away at the back of his legs. I was like, yo, if he throws me off the cliff. Just hack and slash and beat that butt. Because I try not to curse for my kids in my gameplay videos, at least. You may have heard me curse a few times in my earlier comedic attempts, my small skits, in my King Sway 82 channel. Come on, Holmes. Like, I ain't gonna lie, yeah. And yes, that is language I use in my everyday life. I'm pretty sure somebody's going, does he really say that? Yes. Dude. I'm so not feeling you right now. Like, what's really good? What the again? I'm panicking, that's my problem. Anything he can use that friggin' wind scar or pick me up and just toss me. And you can't do anything about it. Oh look, he's pounding me. Innuendo completely intended. So, I'm just going to resort to good old-fashioned fireballs. Take that. I don't like you. Just going to hurl fireballs at you because you're going to die. You're going to die. Yeah, one more. That's all she wrote for you, Mr. Postman. That sucked. Alright, we're going to make it to An Orlando. And after that, I'm going to call it a day. You guys watched me get my behind kicked twice by the same boss. Unprecedented before. I've never, yeah, really? Twice by the same boss? The only boss that actually whooped me was Quelaag, and that's because I got stuck under her spider leg. Sad about that. Oh yeah, and as I said before, I don't really need the Phantom's help, as you've seen. But it's never a bad thing. So I'm gonna let this play out so you guys can see the beautiful cinematics. This is me, King Sway, signing off. I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share my content. I'm King Sway. See you later.